Hey guys! So, many of you might be fans of this one French CGI cartoon made by Zagtoon known as Miraculous Ladybug. Now, in this video, I'm not really going to talk much about the show itself per se, but more about how a lot of fans have noticed some suspicious behavior to how Zagtoon is managing the show, which could be important if you care deeply about the show. Now, keep in mind, I am not an expert in this industry or an expert on how to run a company, so I don't know the full details to everything going on inside Zagtoon. I don't work there, and I don't know what the animation industry is like in France, so some of the information here might not be completely accurate. Okay! Alright, so the first thing that many fans perceived as alarming was that they kept delaying the Season 2 premiere date multiple times. Now, by itself, this doesn't seem to be that major of a problem, but I'm gonna bring this fact up again many times later, and you'll see why. Now, I know animation takes a long ass time to do, and that's not the weird part, but what's weird is that first they said it was coming in winter 2016, and then it come out in May 2017, and then they pushed it to midsummer. And by the way, the actual TV premiere date was October 2017, which is very far from the date they originally intended. And also they planned on releasing the US Netflix version in December 2017, but it wasn't released until March 2018. But like, the thing is, they shouldn't have to announce a release date over and over again. They should just announce it only when they know for sure it is the date. Most other shows just announce a release date once, and no matter how close or how far away they are, it usually never changes, and we can safely expect new content will be released that day. But with Zagtoon, we don't fucking know at this point. Obviously, in the eyes of the fans, having a release date being delayed over and over again looks like they don't really know or have full control of when the episodes are actually going to be complete. I mean, a lot of fans are patient, and Season 2 is slowly rolling out, but this isn't all of it. Second thing is, they have so many fucking Miraculous Ladybug side projects. What side projects, you may ask? Firstly, Jeremy Zag, the CEO of Zagtoon, posted this on his Twitter. Like, what? Maybe focus on the actual show? Especially because Season 2 was delayed like 4 times and they're planning on making at least 6 seasons. And dude, they have so many other side projects. What other side projects, you may ask? Webisodes, comic series, chibi show, tons and tons of merchandise. Apparently they were gonna do webisodes in the anime PV style, but it looks like that's not happening. Shit, at this rate they're gonna make a Miraculous Ladybug amusement park before the rest of Season 2 rolls out. It's even more suspicious that most of the projects aren't actually completed. Like, I think the webisodes are cancelled. I'm just not sure. Third is the spoilers. This next 30 seconds contains major spoilers for Season 2. I mean, at this point it's probably general knowledge, but still, if you don't want to be spoiled, then skip ahead. So, at the New York Comic Con of 2016, they revealed some major Season 2 spoilers, some of which included Alia and Chloe getting Miraculouses. However, the creator, Thomas Astruc, did not want these spoilers released. Not only is it incredibly unusual for an executive to intentionally release spoilers about a show, but it's also just plain disrespectful for the creator. Now, Thomas Astruc has clearly expressed unhappiness about the situation. He says it in this tweet, and boy, I couldn't have worded it better myself. And from what I know, usually this kind of stuff, at least intentionally, never happens with other cartoons. Like, from what I know, there's like this contract, and any unaired content that they share with fans at cons and stuff is like mutually agreed upon. But here, this clearly ain't the case. So this leads me to believe there's a lack of communication or just a plain lack of respect going on inside Zagtoon. I mean, you know, when Cartoon Network carelessly released those massive Steven Universe spoilers in the podcast, at least they took it down as fast as possible. But purposely sharing spoilers in a big old presentation at a con? Now, that's just shameless. Alright, so I'm gonna go into a little bit of Ladybug history now for the next suspicious reason. So, I've been following updates on the show for quite a while now. All the way back in 2012, there was a leaked anime Ladybug PV done by Toei. And keep in mind, the actual CGI show wasn't released until September 2015. If you look at this old DeviantArt journal that someone made in 2013 to try to keep track of any news regarding the project's production, even back in Ladybug's earlier production state, it looks like Zagtoon doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. During the course of 2012 to 2014, when all we knew about Ladybug was this leaked anime PV and a few promo clips here and there, it was basically this big mystery project. We didn't know what it was going to be or when it's going to happen. and there was no clear track of focus in what they want to do with this project. They kept changing when they want it to be released, and we didn't know if it was going to be like an anime thing or a live action or CGI, or if it's a movie or a TV series or what. Everything's just a goddamn mystery at this point. It's not much different now because it almost feels like they're using spoilers, side projects, and so many possibly unkept promises to distract the fans from the season 2 being delayed over and over again. And oh my god, there is so much attention to the fucking merch. Is it normal for a show to have this much merch quickly? I don't know. Like, I understand that kids' cartoons need to rely on toy sales for profit, and that's totally fine, but I am talking about Frozen level merchandising. Like, can you imagine if cartoons that are already deeper in their production, like Steven Universe or Star vs. the Forces of Evil, had their character faces plastered on all these things? Or if cartoons that already fucking ended, like Gravity Falls, had this much officially sanctioned merch? Yeah, this level of merchandising is quite unusual compared to other cartoons, as most other cartoons I watch tend to have all this jazzy extra stuff much later in their course. And need I remind you that a lot of Season 2 still isn't completely out yet. The unusually large amount of merchandising suggests there's a stronger emphasis on the consumer business rather than the actual story in show. Like, there's already merch of character designs that haven't made strong appearances in the show yet. Like, Chloe isn't a Miraculous holder yet, so why is it that I can already buy this goddamn hair cone? Another thing is, Zagtoon's budget seems to be falling apart. In Season 2, apparently Miraculous Ladybug had to switch from SamG Animation Studios to the cheaper DQ Entertainment, which is why some Season 2 episodes had a decrease in the animation quality and there were a lot of animation errors. And yeah, the creator is aware of this. However, according to the TV Tropes website and a few other articles linked below, the show had a whopping budget of $11.2 million, which apparently is more than most cartoon series. I don't know if that's entirely true, but if it is, then that'll raise some concerns because if they had to switch studios after the first season, and with the show's tendency to recycle animation over and over again, I can't help but think, where did all that money go? It could just be that, I don't know, animation costs more in France, but I still feel that something suspicious is going on. In this old Ladybug preview in this showreel back in 2013, we see this beta version of Marinette doing her transformation, but like, the animation quality was way higher and there's like 20 more different lighting effects in this single preview than for most of the actual show. I mean, chances are this level of quality is too expensive to make for a full-length animated series, but like, I still wonder what happened to that level of animation. Also, if you look at this old Ladybug concept art video, there's like so much stuff in like pre-production that never actually made it to the actual CGI show. Obviously, many TV shows and animated projects will have a lot of scrapped ideas, but it still kind of surprises me. I was talking about this with a friend and she was like, shit dude, if they don't get back on track, the show might fall apart in Season 3 due to budgeting and management issues, which would be incredibly sad for its fans, especially since the story was planned to span over multiple seasons. And oh, keep in mind that Zagtoon has like 10 other projects that they're working on. This ain't the only goddamn show they make, oh no. I usually don't make videos about this or videos at all, but man do I needed to get this off my chest. Once again, I know very little about what actually goes on in Zagtoon. I could be very wrong in many ways. You can make of this information however you want, but I just felt like the fans should kind of be aware of this. It would be really sad for the fans if all these concerns added up to. Anyways, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Bye!